This is a fair use video according to the copyright laws of 1976.
The only thing I can think about is the fact that she would have been in complete darkness before the boat turned up. That is unsettling.
So this statue of Jesus just randomly started weeping water one day, and everyone called it a miracle. But when someone just pointed out a more logical explanation, he actually got death threats. This was back in India in 2012, and since this water really seemed to come out of nowhere, thousands of people soon began traveling to the church to try and get some of it. People would wait their turn to collect the holy water, and some even drank it, hoping it would cure their diseases. But when this guy named Sanal Atmaruku heard about it, he instantly knew something was up. Since Sanal had long been a miracle buster in India, someone who used logic to explain his country's crazy beliefs, he decided to actually investigate the statue's walls, and wasn't surprised to find some clogged drainage pipes that were apparently leading from a nearby toilet. But when Sanal shared this to let people know what they were really drinking, he just started getting a ton of backlash. Since he accused the church of misleading their followers with his so-called miracle, he was slammed for insulting the religion and was even soon facing years of prison time for blasphemy charges. Due to all the threats he was getting as well, Sanal eventually had no choice but to flee India to live in Europe. He still doesn't feel safe enough to go back, but he says he has no regrets about sharing the truth.
Shalom, Ahab, Wa, Baraka. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Waharakodash, and double honors to the elders, the apostles, the prophets, and the teachers that have been bringing out this 100% truth for the last 30 plus years. So let's get right into it. You saw it with your own eyes. Christianity, huh? What is it? What did the Most High say that he was going to do to people that didn't follow the instructions correctly? He said, I was going to put great blindness on you that you would believe a lie. Wait, how's it go? I was going to create a great delusion that you would believe a lie. Yep, there it is. Let's get it. Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 2:11. And it reads, and for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. So let's go directly into the scripture. I just wanted to get the verse out first, but no, let's go directly into the scripture, and I'll show you. What do you mean? Second Thessalonians chapter 2, KJV authorized. And there's a specific reason why we do use the KJV as so-called black Hebrew Israelites. Because the KJV, when you go into it, it's actually the most close translation to the ancient Aramaic and Hebrew that you can get. So that's all there is to it. We can go back to the Wycliffe Bible. It's written in English too, and it's going to just shut all of your delusions down, because it's written to where you can understand it a little better. The newer Bibles, I feel like that they're written so they can make it easier for Christians to double talk the scripture. That's why these people are over here drinking damn sewer water off the toe of a statue. Thou shalt not worship a graven image. Thou shalt put no graven image before me. So you're worshiping a statue. You're drinking and using the water coming off of the toe of the statue. Somebody said, this seems suspicious. It turns out you guys are drinking sewer water. So what did the Most High say? What did he say to you? I want to say, I'm going to start from the top. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the coming of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him. We're just going to read up to verse 11 so you guys can understand why you would believe such a stupid lie. That Ye be not soon shaken in mind or troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Yahushua is at hand. So don't be shook in your mind or troubled by your spirit or by word or by letter. Don't let nobody shake your spirit. Let no man deceive you by any means, like telling you some sewer water, not just your regular water leak, sewage, piss water, shit water. Okay? That's what the sewer is. Let no man deceive you by any means, for the day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Yeah, that's going into the wicked rulers of the earth, and we know who it is now. So we know that who this man of perdition is. He is being brought to he's being brought to the surface, so you can see exactly who the wicked really are. Coffee. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship, so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. And what are you guys licking the sewer water off of? Off of a graven image of a white Jesus that was placed before you by the Edomites, your oppressor, who sit in the seat of God, calling themselves God, who've got you guys so fucking twisted up. You think that you're righteous following Christ, and you're gonna burn in hell. I did not know you. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Let me keep reading them. You guys are doomed. You're doomed. So remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things. The Yahushua said, all of these things will come to pass. And let me show you something. And now you know that what withheld that he might be revealed in his time. So it's really going into the wicked being revealed, but at the same time, this has a deeper meaning when we get to verse 11, because you guys believe the bullshit that your oppressor puts on you. You believe the bullshit, and that dude got death threats. He had to leave the country because the lie is so good that you don't want to believe the truth. And who was giving him the pastor, the church leaders were the first ones to go after him. So let's keep reading. And now ye know what withhold thee, that he might. I'm sorry. And now this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 6. And now ye know what withheld, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who knoweth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed. Just like the fucking sewer water. Every wicked piece of information, every time they bring it out, we're showing you. No, your white Jesus didn't start dripping holy water from his toe. A sewer line broke and you guys started drinking shit water because you're so lost. You're lost in the sauce. Let's keep reading. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Your white Jesus statues, when it tells you in Levitical law, when you guys think you're so righteous, thou shalt not worship a graven image, thou shalt not put, I forget how it goes. I'm the one that needs to look it up really quick. But statues are graven images. When you kneel down to the statue and start praying to it, and then you try to take a little bit of the holy water, and then you drink it, it tastes kind of weird. Yeah, like shit. You're drinking shit. I hope you don't die of dysentery, because that's what happens when you put shit in your mouth. But anyway, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs and lying wonders, and which all with all deceivableness and of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. You understand that? You guys, when you heard the truth, that it was sewer water coming out of this statue, you sent death threats to the guy for telling you the truth. You sent death threats to the guy for telling you the truth. Is that not crazy? If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. Let me show you something. And for this cause, verse 11. Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me read 10 again. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So Israel still can be saved to this day, but you have to receive the love of the truth. All right? You have to receive the love of the truth to be saved. Now let's read verse 11. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. So the Most High is allowing you to believe these lies because you wouldn't come back to Him and you still have a chance right now. But until you take advantage of the opportunity, and how do you do that? It's by coming back to the 100% truth and following the instructions to the best of your ability according to your knowledge. There's 613 commandments. No, we can't keep all the commandments, but we can apply what we learn to our life, knowing that we can't keep all the commandments, but there are some that we could wholeheartedly, righteously do. So, couple more, let's go to John 12:39-40 in the Berean Standard Bible. For this reason, they were unable to believe. For again, Isaiah says, He hath blinded their eyes and hardened their hearts, so that they cannot see with their eyes and understand with their hearts and turn, and I would heal them. So he's saying that He doesn't want to save you. Only 1/3 of Israel is going to be saved. The other nations that so happen to survive are going to become slaves pursuant to Isaiah chapter 14. Verses 1 and 2 really set it off, but I mean, just read the whole chapter for yourself. But anyway, one more verse and then we're going to get out of here. I can't remember where it's at now. Where is it at? Where is it at? Titus 1 and 11. Yep. There it is. That's not it. It's Ephesians 4 and 14. That's what it is. Ephesians 4 and 14. There it is. So this is what I was talking about, because when the guy told the Christian community that it was sewer water and that it was dangerous for them, they gave him death threats because they said, no, this is holy water from Jesus. And who defended that narrative to the point where the guy had to leave the country. Still to this day, he's afraid to go back to his own homeland due to the fact that they want him dead for telling them that there was sewer water and not that the statue was dripping sewer water and not holy water. So that narrative was held together by the priest. So when you go to Titus 1 and 11, and I want to read it in the New Living Translation. They must be silenced. They are turning whole families away from the truth by their false teachings. And they do it only for money. So all of these people are showing up at the church and they're always giving their tithes and their offerings. So no matter what, these guys are making money off of it. And we know that. In fact, let me read verse 10 too. For many are rebellious and full of empty talk and deception, especially those of the circumcision. And these people think that they're part of the circle. That's the crazy part. They're wicked rulers that do everything only for money. And so where does that leave you? Now that you know this, you hear the truth, and what do? You try to assassinate the guy. But this is what I say, and this is where I'm going to leave off at. Ephesians 4 and 14, New Living Translation. Then we will no longer be immature like children. We won't be tossed and blown about by every wind of new teaching. Oh, look at the holy water is miraculously dripping from the toe of the statue of white Jesus. Praise white Jesus. It's sewer water. And you guys drank some. I hope you didn't get sick. But you know what? If the Most High made you sick, then that's what you get. That's what your consequences are for believing lies. Okay? So we will no longer be immature like children. We won't be tossed and blown about by the wind of every teaching. We will not be influenced when people try to trick us with lies so clever they sound like the truth. Remember, all of this is derived from Satan. He said and who is Satan right now? He's showing himself. He's the devil, right? What does the word devil mean? Deceiver. So in the actual human version of the devil would be the Edomites. That's the devil's children right there. And the Edomites are being shown to believe that they are the rulers of earth, and they, as a nation of Caucasians, sit on a throne made for them by God. So, but now they think, well, God gave us this, so we're sitting in the seat of God, and on this earth, we are the gods of earth, is what it's telling you. It's telling you that that's how they feel, and the Most High is like, I'm going to come out there and snatch you up. So when you see things like a white Jesus statue dripping water from the tip of the toe, you have to ask yourself, what's really going on here? What's really happening? Because the Most High, first of all, he told you not to worship graven images. So how are you going to go with that? And with that being said, if you got eyes to see and you haven't been blinded, and you got ears to hear and he hasn't put deafness on you, I hope you got something out of this message. I hope this message gets out. YouTube has been putting down my classes. YouTube has taken my classes and telling me 100 hours, 76 hours just to upload a half-hour video. Videos disappear. They try to kick me off. I don't even have a following. I'm trying to figure out what is the difference between me and anybody else that they would have to go after me. Am I in the algorithm somehow? Because I just don't have any following. I don't have any, and I'm not asking for money. I don't do anything. I just teach the Bible for what it is. And with that being said, if you got eyes to see, like I said, ears to hear the truth when it comes out, I hope you got something out of this message. I almost forgot. Let's close this out the right way. Let's go to the book of Revelation. You already know what it is. If you don't, then you've never watched my classes before. But that's all right. They've been hiding everything. They've been taking my classes down. They tried to kick me off YouTube. So, whatever. I'll be here. And behold, I come quickly. My reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. So whatever you're doing, if you're out there drinking the shit water and you're calling it from Jesus out of a statue, you know that you're not in the truth. You got to at some point know that I did not know you. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Shalom.